Unbeaten in their last 10 championship matches with 8 wins and 2 draws, Sheffield United are showcasing strong defensive and offensive capabilities as they look towards promotion to the Premier League next season. However, Cardiff City are struggling with form at the minute, having failed to secure a win in their last 7 league matches, including 4 defeats and 3 draws, leaving them just above the relegation zone. However, for Cardiff City fans, they can breathe a huge sigh of relief, as this is not a championship match, even though it's an all-championship tie. This is the Emirates FA Cup, the oldest cup competition in the world. So make sure you stay tuned for all that good stuff during this match review. And for now, let's skip forward to the official match lineups. The FA Cup is all about youngsters making appearances, and Sheffield United is no exception. We've got some talented young players in the side today. Louis Marsh starts. Ryan Wane, a talented young striker that could be on a potential League One or League Two loan exit in January. Billy Blacker also makes an appearance within the Blades side. Jamal Baptiste is a young up-and-coming defender with a lot of potential. First-team players like Alfie Gilchrist and Harrison Burrows also make an appearance. The highlight for Cardiff City is, of course, the 400th Bluebirds appearance for captain Joe Rawls, who leads the side. First-team players Ethan Horvath in goal and Will Fish in the back line, as well as Jasper Darland, make an appearance in this side. Number 9, Keon Etete leads the line, with young players such as Ruben Colwill, Ollie Tanner, and Ronan Capacchio also making an appearance. So that is the end then of the first half. Sheffield United 0, Cardiff City 1. And to tell you the truth, it's been fairly even on balance, but Sheffield United just haven't got out of the blocks, in my opinion. I think they came out quicker after the first few minutes. I think after around the 9th, 10th minute, Sheffield United sort of came back into it a bit more, and it kind of evened itself out. But the goal came from too much pressure from one of the Cardiff youngsters. And Sean Ashford, as I pronounce his first name, really good pressure from him. He really rose to the occasion. And Norris and Davis caught in absolute no man's land. It was like checking through the desert in the sandpit in quicksand. And he just got caught on the ball, pressed off the ball, stuck in sand, quicksand, and just out of the equation. And it's 1v1 with the keeper, and Ashford with a brilliant finish. This young lad has really taken off this season. And he gave Cardiff the lead, and Sheffield United need to go into the second half with a much tougher talk. Now, there were some other good opportunities to potentially score. There was a brilliant through ball from Joe Rawls through to his man, and I felt like someone should have been on the end of it, in my personal opinion. I did feel like there was this... I don't know, I think it was overstretched a bit, and the Sheffield United just reached the ball first, just by an inch, a toenail inch. There was also a drag back by Colwill towards the end as well, that if there wasn't enough, if there was less power on it, then it could have reached someone in the middle, a couple of bodies in the middle. Overall, for me, like I said, I think that Cardiff have done really well in this to get the lead here. I think they've done what they've needed to do. All Cardiff needs to do now is just keep it solid at the back and keep it structured, and then you'll have a chance. That's where I stand anyway. But Sheffield United, I don't know what it is with them tonight, and they've got a bunch of youngsters on bench as well. They're gonna try and give them some appearances, hopefully at some point. But Sheffield United, if I were Sheffield United, I'd be going for it in the second half, because no disrespect to Cardiff City, but when you look at the league situation between the two clubs, Sheffield United fighting for promotion to the Premier League, Cardiff City fighting to stay above the relegation zone. So on form and on paper, you'd say Sheffield United would be the favourites. Now, obviously, it's an all-championship encounter, and you know with the FA Cup, what's the most famous thing about the FA Cup? Giant killings. Now, this wouldn't be a giant killing. It'd be an upset, but it wouldn't be as shocking as if Cardiff were a 6th-tier side and Sheffield United were a 2nd-tier side. It wouldn't be as shocking as that. But it would be a bit surprising if Sheffield United went out at this stage, especially when you look at the form, when you look on paper, when you look at the two squads. You think Sheffield United might have a go with this one. You think Sheffield might have a really good shot here to go through. And you think Cardiff are going to try and do everything they can, but they may just fall at the final hurdle. Obviously, we still have 45 minutes to go. That can all change. But I'd say for now, I'd say the upset's definitely on. I think Cardiff could eliminate Sheffield United tonight. And they would deserve it. They would 100% deserve it, Cardiff City. So we're going to keep our eyes on the second half. We're going to keep our eyes on the action. What Cardiff City needs to do is keep it structured, keep it solid at the back, keep it on it, keep playing the game they play, but just keep it structured, keep it compact at the back, keep the shape tight. Don't let anything go because they've got those quick attacking players that's just going to absolutely bury it through, press off the ball in the second half. Sheffield United are going to try and go for it, hopefully. If I was Sheffield United, like I said, press, go for it, use the pace, use the technical ability of your younger players, use the experience of your older players, and really just turn the game around in the second half. Chris Wilder will give them an ultimate team talk. I know Chris Wilder, you know Chris Wilder, we know Chris Wilder. He is a good manager. He's an experienced man for a reason. He'll give the proper team talk in the halftime break. But Omar Reza needs to say to his players, right, keep it compact, keep it structured, keep it solid, keep it safe, and get through this game. And don't be silly with the ball. But let's see what happens in the second half. Before we get into the second half review, make sure you like the video if you've loved it, comment down below your thoughts and opinions, subscribe if you're new around here, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. The second half has finished, no goals in that second half, so the game has finished. Sheffield United 0, Cardiff City 1. Wow, I mean, Cardiff, again, just showing what they can do defensively, keeping whatever kind of pressure Sheffield threw in their direction out. I've got a bone to pick with Sheffield United tonight. Their attack force was non-existent in terms of its decision-making and final third. What I mean by that is, yes, Sheffield United dominated that second half in large periods. They had 62% possession, 7 shots. They were the more over in the second half. But the main problem with the Blades is they lacked final third, they lacked decision-making, they lacked clinical edge. They couldn't turn it on. And they couldn't turn on a sauna. But Sheffield United just had something missing in the final third. And you can see it. For those of you watching the game, you can see it. You know, you got eyes. You got a pair of eyes. You haven't got eyes in the back of your head. You've got eyes in the front of your head. And Sheffield United didn't have anything in the final third for me that was rarely noteworthy. There was a few, efforts from Sheffield United that were noteworthy. There was only a couple of shots on target in that second half alone. You had the Burrows effort off the post. You had Ashford, who, in my opinion, Shan Ashford was the player of the match, running through. Good save by Horvath, and obviously Brooks as well dispossessing and getting dispossessed. And there was a ton of efforts in that game. And for me personally, it's been one of them games where I think Sheffield United have had more of the ball, but not done a lot clinically with it. And I think Cardiff have just shown up defensively. And it's not like Cardiff were showing up to just get a 1-0 out of it or anything like that, because you could tell in parts they were trying to come forward for a second goal. Ashford was trying. You had other players trying as well. It didn't feel like they were settling for a 1-0 at all. They were trying to go for a second on a number of occasions. Just Sheffield got it out of the way defensively. The main thing with Sheffield United for me is they took way too many touches. There was one particular moment towards the end of that game, sort of near towards added time or in towards added time, where the man out wide had a chance to put it in quicker, but he took too many touches and then put the ball in, and Cardiff defended. They had options. They could have struck it inside a bit quicker than they did. But again, it was down to Cardiff defensively that they hold out. And they held out. And they did pretty well on that occasion. And, that's why Cardiff won the game. Sheffield United could not score in a barn door. And, if you put Sheffield United in the classic Coconut Shy game, they get 0 points. They weren't on target. Cardiff City were solid. They were structured. They knew what they had to do in the second half. They kept it solid at the back. They kept it safe and protected and shielded. And they were strong defensively. They were pressing defensively. And they deserve the win today. They deserve the win. It did not deserve to go to added time at all. Cardiff, on the face of it, deserved to win that game in 90 minutes, not 120, etc. I'm talking 90 minutes. Cardiff deserved to win that game in the main time, in the regular time. So Sheffield United are out, in my opinion, deservedly tonight. Cardiff City were the better side in that game, 110%. But that's going to be it for this review, guys. Thank you very, very much. Check out all the other match reviews on the Final Whistle playlist. You can check it out on the channel. Check out more content that's going to be coming up. We've got more shorts coming up. We've got more content coming up as well. We've got some exciting videos planned. We've got some exciting stuff next week, so stay tuned for that. Got something very exciting next week. Stay tuned for all of that and the content that's going to flow out of it. And for now, ladies and gentlemen, I am the CHALL. Ta-ra for now, and that is full time. Mean that badge to you.